By the end of this video, you will know how to write the perfect Scrum Master resume that will get you hired. But first, let's make something very clear. I won't be giving you some general resume writing tips here. No, there's thousands of videos online if you want this type of content. In today's video, we're going to talk about specific Scrum Master resume tips, tricks, writing tips for the Scrum Master. And second, I won't be going through some resume templates or resume samples with examples. I don't believe that. I know that many of us creators do that, but I don't believe that this works. And if it works, honestly, you wouldn't be watching this video. I will give you something else, the game changer, the missing link that will help you craft your own resume and show you exactly what kinds of templates you should be looking for. Let's start with your goal. Why are you writing this resume? To get hired as a Scrum Master. Does a resume get you hired? Never heard of that. I've never seen someone get hired for the role of a Scrum Master only based on their resume. The recruiter, the hiring manager reading the resume, it was so good that they hired the person on the spot. Never heard of that. The resume gets you the call. The resume gets you the interview. The call from the recruiter, the hiring manager. That's the goal of a perfect resume. Not getting the job, but getting the call for the interview. That's very important to understand. Everything in your resume should point towards this goal. Every word in your resume needs to help fulfill this goal, meaning getting the call from the hiring manager so that you can come for an interview. So think about it. Even before watching the rest of this video, reflect. What companies are you applying for? What would make the recruiters of these companies, the hiring managers of these companies, call you? What does your resume need to include for them to call you? Reflect on that. You have the answers. I could just end this video here. This tip alone is a game changer because you have the answer. You know your context. You know the company you're applying for, what they want to hear. But let's make some assumptions here. You're applying to multiple big companies. And generally, based on my experience, companies that try hiring Scrum Masters or looking for Scrum Masters fall into two groups. First is the company looking for a pure Scrum Master, as per the Scrum Guide 2020, the latest version of the Scrum Guide. Then there's companies looking for a Scrum Master. They tell you they're looking for a Scrum Master, but what they're really looking for is a Scrum Master. Someone who will be doing the role of a Scrum Master, but some other things, like maybe a project manager role also, a delivery manager role also, a technical lead role, engineering lead. What kind of company are you applying for? Do you know? Because there's a major difference between these two. Most companies will tell you, I'm looking for a Scrum Master, but you need to really deep dive. Read the role description. Does this really match the pure Scrum Master role, or do they want something else? And if they want something else, and you go online and search for resume tips for Scrum Masters, they'll give you tips for the pure Scrum Master. But you don't need that. This won't get you the job because the company is looking for something else. Maybe more project manager related or delivery manager related. That's why I recommend that you craft a resume for the pure Scrum Master and then craft multiple other resumes. Depending on the variation of a role of a Scrum Master. Again, there's an assumption here. I'm assuming that you want these types of Scrum Master jobs. And if you don't want this type of job, if you want the pure Scrum Master job, that's cool. You can keep on watching this video, get the tips on how to write the pure Scrum Master resume and ignore the rest of the video. I would first start by focusing on the Agile values. No matter what type of resumes you're writing, focus on the Agile values, the Agile manifesto, the Agile values, and the Agile principles. We need to clearly show the hiring manager reading that we live these Agile values. Each section of your resume should contain some principles, some values, how you practice this. And you can start with a summary. Very good place to talk about values, to talk about principles, continuous improvement, facilitation of Scrum events, facilitation of brainstorming sessions, workshops, how you help the team be more efficient effective, productive, how you unleash the potential of your team members, how you help them collaborate, communicate, improve in all these soft skills, grow as a team, work as a team, focusing on maximizing value, helping them removing blockers, impediments. After talking about the Agile values and principles, how you live these values and principles, you need to mention your experience. Experience for a Scrum Master, extremely important. As per the Scrum Guide 2020, the latest version of the Scrum Guide, the Scrum Master supports the product owner, the developers, and also the organization. Helps spread agility throughout the organization, throughout the Scrum team, helps people grow. Extremely important role. Would you give this kind of power, influence to someone who never implemented the Scrum framework with a team? A newbie Scrum Master, I would never do that. So many things can go wrong when you hire an inexperienced Scrum Master. So many things can go wrong. I would never hire a newbie Scrum Master. Some of you might not like what I'm saying here, but this role, no way, too much power. So if you're new as a Scrum Master, no experience, go get this experience. You can't just say, no, I don't have any experience and I'm fine with it. No one will hire you as a Scrum Master, or no legit companies will hire you. Go find this experience. Personal life first. You can watch this video for more details on how to implement the Agile values, principles, the Scrum framework in your personal life. Open the Agile Manifesto. Read all the values. What can you apply to your personal life? The Scrum framework, work in sprints, reflect, inspect, adapt, transparency, use a Kanban board, document everything and put that to your resume. Experiment with all these practices, put that in your resume. At work, no matter what kind of job you have, you should be able to apply Agile values, principles and practices. Maybe not the Scrum framework fully as it was intended to be used, but you can take some parts of the Scrum framework. I'm sure you can implement a Kanban board. For transparency, go talk to your boss and go ask them what's the most important thing for you. They will most probably reply profits. How do we get profits? More sales. Happy customers, satisfied customers. Tell them that we'll set a baseline. I will find out if our customers love us or not. And once I get this baseline, I will increase by X% in 3 months. This baseline. Customer satisfaction, or the amount of sales. If you have a baseline, I will increase the amount of sales by X% in 3 months. How will you do that? You can figure this out later. But I guarantee you that if you apply some basic Kanban principles, Agile principles and values that promote efficiency, effectiveness, you will be able to do that. Daily stand-ups, retrospectives, collaboration together. And there's no boss in the world that won't accept this. You come to see your boss, no salary increase, nothing to gain on your side, and you're here promoting more efficiency, more effectiveness, clear baselines, clear increase in these baselines, clear target. There's no way this person will tell you, no, I don't like the idea, no need to implement that. No. You get experience. It will always agree. Now, if you have already this kind of experience, you're golden. Put that in your resume and focus on the value. Don't say that you facilitated hundreds of ceremonies. Who cares? What was the value behind these ceremonies? Did you increase the velocity of a team by X%? Were your customers more satisfied? You are part of a product chain. You're part of a team building the product. All the outputs of a team, the increments being built, it's in some part because of you also. You can mention that in your resume. But I would focus on efficiency. Companies really love efficiency. Effectiveness, extremely important. Customer satisfaction, value to customers, but efficiency also for a Scrum Master, extremely important. How are you making people more productive? With clear metrics, I've increased that by X% in 3 months. Clear metrics. Focus on value. Now, when writing your resume, when talking about your experience, all the things that you did for your teams, for the companies you've worked for, insert keywords. You know, resumes are scanned by an application now. Everyone knows that. Looking for keywords. Scrum Master, Scrum Events, Scrum Artifacts, Daily Standard, Project Management, Delivery Management. Ensure that all these keywords are inserted in your resume when crafting it. Don't make it obvious, but ensure to insert these keywords. You can Google search Scrum Master resume keywords and you get a list of keywords that they recommend you use in your resume. And when writing the fake Scrum Master resume, if you're targeting a Scrum Master that also does project management or delivery management or tech lead, insert these in your resume. Technical things, project management things, delivery management things, role and responsibilities of these jobs. Insert that in your resume. If you're targeting these kinds of companies looking for this type of variance of a Scrum Master role. And remember, the goal of a delivery manager or a project manager, way different than the goal of a Scrum Master. A Scrum Master is here to help the team maximize value. Maybe a project manager or a delivery manager, they're only focusing on efficiency, cutting costs, delivering faster, complete opposite of what the Scrum Master does. So that's why I recommend multiple resumes. And the last thing I want to talk about, certifications. I don't believe in certifications. I don't believe that someone who has the entry-level Scrum Master certifications, CSM, PSM1, these things make them a good Scrum Master. No, understanding of a Scrum framework, maybe. Practicing, implementing the Scrum framework, no, far from that. But who cares what I believe? Companies believe that a Scrum Master should have these certifications. They really believe, hiring managers, that having these certifications make you a good Scrum Master. So leverage on that. Please, at least do the PSM1. It's only $150. You can watch this video to know how to pass the exam. Really simple. People tell you it's hard. No, it's simple. But I'm like you. I don't believe in certifications. I understand the scam, but you need to play the game. Leverage on that. Use this to get that interview. Do these certifications, entry-level certifications, to increase your chance of getting this interview. And once you got your interview, watch this video to know how to act, how to answer questions from the hiring manager to secure the job.